from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Diallo Works coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you could be a part of the notification squad. So I would like to talk to y'all about these two diss records that came out. One was by Pusha T, entitled Infared, and the next track is called Duppy by Drake. And I'm gonna tell you guys which diss track that I believe was better. And I want to first start out with Pusha T, Infared. I really like the song. I felt like the flow was there, the cadence, everything. You know, the beat was great. The only thing I didn't like about the beat was the sample and the vocal of the artist in the background was kind of, over top of the vocal. Like, I felt like they could have turned that down just a little bit, and it kind of, maybe it was a little bit of a distraction to me, but I felt like it was enough to get the message across. But I overall like the song. It was a lot of great bars in there. Like, he was like, they be riding these waves. I pull my sandals out as if like they just riding the waves of the trends and what's going on today. And, somebody kind of broke that line down and how he said that he was pretty much Jesus of the rap game because he walk on water instead of ride trans. He said it was written, but it wasn't written by Nas. It was by Quentin Miller. Well, it was actually Quentin, but he talking about Quentin Miller. He was like Flash without the fire, another multi-platinum rapper, trapped that can't retire. He was talking about how Lil Wayne is. A lot of these artists that continuously, they always on tour and they sell this, like, they pretty much can't retire. It kind of alludes to what Kanye West was talking about, how, he didn't want to be the 50-year-old rock star talking about, girl, can you come to my room? That's what he did on the interview with Charlamagne, and everybody criticized, Kanye West for that, and he wanted to get in fashion, and everybody was like, no, you can't be in fashion, stick to music, stick to music. So just imagine if he listened to everybody else, he would be on tour, but now he has one of the biggest companies, and he's getting royalties. He has Yeezy, and Adidas refused to let Kanye go because they know the power that he has, the influence, the amount of influence that he has, and they see the sales. You see what I'm saying? So they're not going to let their cash cow go. And you're doing Jordan type numbers, but I'm not going to make this about Kanye, even though that's my favorite artist all times. But he had a lot of dope lines in there, and I'm just reading a lot of the comments, and a lot of them are making sense. As far as going back to Lil Wayne, he was pretty much saying how he predicted, Lil Wayne's future, and now everybody criticizing Baby. But back then when he said it, it was like almost as he killed a baby. He predicted the future, and as you can see with Lil Wayne, like Lil Wayne's in a position where he's trying to fight to get out of his contract, but Baby refused to let him go, so he's stuck, and he's gonna be torn for the rest of his life. So it's just a lesson learned, and it was just Prince. It reminds me of what Prince was talking about with the recording industry, the record industry, and the music business, how, it's slave contracts now. Like, that's all it is slaves contract. And, Kanye said that, the 360 deal was like some old slave shit, straight up. But back to the track, if I had to grade it, bro, like, I would give it at least like a 8.5 out of a 10. Like, I felt like it was just a dope record. I felt like the realistic lines, like, it was just, they hit home. Pusha T lines kind of hit home for me. It seems a little more authentic. He was telling the truth within the records. And then that's what makes me want to transition over to Drake. His song Duppy, I felt like the beat was just great, bro. Like, the beat was great. But it's a popularity contest nowadays. So by Drake just saying anything, people are like, oh. But if you think about it, a lot of stuff that he wasn't saying didn't really. A lot of lines were recycled, like the Pablo Escobar line. That was a recycled line that he used already. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And it was an emotional move because if it seemed like Drake wave is kind of dying out. Like despite what people say want to say, his wave isn't what it was, bro. Like I don't care what nobody say. Drake isn't as popular as he was 4 or 5 years ago. You know, a lot of these songs that you hear, he they're like he's doing it like he lost the people. So and he see that the wave is changing. So now he feel as though he had to do God's plan and give out money. You see what I'm saying? Why did you wait until your video to to pass out money? You see what I'm saying? So people got they don't understand marketing, so they don't fully understand. They're emotional thinkers, bro. Like they think with their emotions. So I just think that Pusha T had the better record. Just to me, listen to Drake now and you compare that to when Quentin Miller was with him, total difference. Like you don't hear double entendres no more. You don't hear the crazy punchlines no more. Like I'm talking about like great punchlines, you know? So and to me, the whole, the six, we representing the six, we know that Quentin Miller was from Atlanta, so now I don't know if he's from Zone Six, but it all of a sudden now it all makes sense why Drake is talking about the six, and then Tory Lanez come on and be like, bro, like we don't call Toronto the six. So he pretty much got his whole style from Quentin Miller. But to me, if you caught on the bandwagon and the train, which I was with Drake years ago, you're not going to be able to separate, all right, who's telling the truth and who's not because you so caught on to being caught up into the hype of what Drake is. You get what I'm saying? But Pusha T has the doper lines. If I had to grade Drake's record, I give it like a 5.5, 6 out of a 10. I didn't think it was a dope record, bro. Like the father had to stretch his hands out. I thought that was whack to me. Like I just honestly like I think Drake is at a position now where it's just like he's riding the hype, like right the hype train, and people aren't believing in the hype as much as they used to anymore. So now it's like people going back to what's authentic, what's real to them. So, that's just my opinion, bro. Like, you know, another line he said, how could you ever write these wrongs when you don't even write your songs? It's like stab in the heart, bro. And if you like Drake record, I mean that's on you. But like somebody said, like if you're a huge Drake fan, then of course you're gonna like that record and you're gonna feel like he killed Pusha T. But if you like just a fan of true hip hop and writing your own rhymes and having dope punchlines and metaphors, like I'm talking about the whole nine, the beat, everything, like. And then I also want to talk about like the album cover, the artwork. People been killing Kanye for paying 83,000, 85,000 for Whitney Houston's you know, photo. And I just think he wanted to bring awareness to it, and not make people forget, but also have people talking about it. Kanye is a marketing genius, right or wrong, but nobody would be talking about the album cover if he never did that. You see what I'm saying? So it was smart of him to do that. And if you're a negative person, you're gonna look at things at a negative in a negative way.